In this video we take you on a trip to Pablo Escobar's houses. We also go to his neighborhood where he grew up, and to the well-known prison that he had built himself. First we went to the well-known prison. On the way to prison, from Medellin, this is about 1.5 hours drive.
Imagine that you are on your way to the prison that Pablo Escobar built himself. You drive along winding roads, surrounded by lush forests and colorful flower fields. The sky is clear blue and the sun shines brightly on your face as you enjoy the breathtaking view of the mountains in the distance.
Now we have arrived at the church that Pablo Escobar had built to his prison. Here he went to pray and ask for forgiveness. Very impressive to see how beautiful the church is. Unfortunately, we couldn't go to jail. The government has turned it into a retirement home. They wanted to turn something negative into something positive. And it worked. You can see the cells and the building.
There's the prisons, the real prisons we are about to see in that position. We are going to see about that right here is the real prisons for the workers of here. So it's kind of a monument for his brother.
Pablo liked to be in this place. Here he went to meditate.
Roberto Escobar was a professional cyclist and has made it to the top.
On the way to Pablo's neighborhood where he grew up.
I remember well how we drove through the streets of Medellin, on our way to the neighborhood where Pablo Escobar had grown up. It was a hot day and the sun shone brightly on our faces as we traversed the busy streets. We drove slowly through the city and I looked out the window, enjoying the view and the colorful buildings flying past us. But as we got closer to the neighborhood, I started to notice something. Everywhere we looked there were murals by Pablo Escobar. Some were big and colorful, while others were small and subtle. But they were all there and it seemed like they were following us as we drove along. I felt a little uncomfortable seeing so many images of the notorious drug lord, but at the same time I was also fascinated. This was where Escobar had grown up and built his empire. And here, in this district, he was still a legend.
Here he is remembered to this day. Pablo has had houses built for the population in this district. And he was a good man to his neighborhood and the people.
So Pablo Escobar come here to help all of these people. So for example, he used to hire the young men. Like, I'm going to give you a house, but you are going to work for me.
We also went to some houses that Pablo Escobar owned that are still accessible. This house has been blown up by Pablo's enemies. They say this has been the Cali Cartel.
It was bombed by Los Pepes, a vigilante group whose name stood for Perseguidos por Pablo Escobar, people persecuted by Pablo Escobar. Allegedly funded by the rival Cali Cartel and other enemies of Escobar, Los Pepes stuffed 200 kilograms of TNT into a bathroom at La Manuela, the detonation of which blew the house to bits. Police forces quickly swooped in and seized the drugs and money revealed by the explosion. Escobar was shot and killed by authorities 8 months later in Medellin. When I was in Medellin myself, the people who live there and his family told that Pablo shot himself in the ear.
A ver, Chili, acá me encuentro con mis grandes amigos y socios que vinieron de los Países Bajos, de Holanda, a hacer grandes negocios conmigo acá en Medellín, Colombia. Este comunicado va para la gente de los países de Holanda y sus amigos. El que se meta con ellos, se mete conmigo. Y el que no copie, le mato a su mamá, a su papá y a su abuelita. Si su abuelita está muerta, yo se la desentierro y la vuelvo a matar. Y le mato el perro. Si no tiene perro, yo le consigo uno. Cuando se encariña a él, también se lo mato. Sepan y entiendan que yo soy el segundo más importante después del Papa. Que les habló Pablo Escobar. Muchísimas gracias. Plato plomo o coronavirus.
Roberto Escobar was a professional cyclist and has made it to the top.